What's going on, everybody? It's your boy OG Kakoa, aka Pino El Nino. So look, this is a big round as far as fight loads go. I think I got 7 fights to include final boss. We're in round 8. Yeah, so we got some silk porn and some sim porn. We even got some Omega Sentinel porn all on the same team. All right, so this is a rank 2 void here. Now, if you remember, I think it was round 1. There had to have been a bug. I took the same fight. It was a rank 3 void, and I was taking hell of debuff damage. Versus this round, I don't. It was weird. I sent a ticket in to Kabam. They said, yeah, we'll look into it. You shouldn't have been taking damage. Thank God I didn't die that round, but yeah, nothing too fancy to talk about there. It just was a simple rank 3 silk going in there smashing. Had the regen boost on because I knew I would take some damage in the beginning of these fights. And they're all 7 stars as well. So, well, minus this one was a rank 6 ascended. So you won't take any debuff once you get going, but he could still power drain you. I do a better job on this fight as far as working around the indestructible. Plus, staying away from power drain being an issue. And I knew don't go for the SP2. If it's there, go for it. If it's not there, because of the power drain, I'm probably going to have to just do SP1s. Versus in the first time I took a 7-star rank 3 here, which was the same round I took that void and was taking hell of damage. I kept trying to go for the SP2 and I could never get there, and I was missing windows where I could have threw the SP1 where the indestructible was off. I learned that lesson. So of course adjustments were made. I even went back and watched that video just so that I could see what I was doing and the windows that I needed to make count. And I did that. So you can see that the health pull race here is, you know, pretty much in control. I don't know, man. Round 8. I mean, I could sit here and say a lot of things about the fight or what I'm doing, but outside of her being tactic, not having to really worry about any debuffs for DOT, the indestructible comes up, trying to play around that, and then just take advantage of the windows and don't chase the SP2s on that node if you're fighting a Warlock. With this tactic using silk. So we're gonna move on. We gotta go. We're taking path 9 all the way. Next fight up is a Weapon X, and this is just a 6-star, the little guy. But you can't sleep on him, man. You cannot sleep on this dude. But I'm gonna bring in my Omega Sentinel rank 3. She's been my go-to. One of my go-to war champs. I think I've said this in the past in one of the videos I did this season. Really for the past, golly, 4 seasons. And I was never a big Omega Sentinel user, but Jesus, you couldn't tell me now. She's one of my most used champs because I'm usually one of the only guys that have her. I love her kit, man. She does a lot of work for me in war, and you're about to see why. I was supposed to take her to a second fight, but I opted not to use her and go silk against a Domino. And yeah, that's an interesting fight when it comes up next, coming up here soon. But anyway, let's get into this pre-fight heal block. I'm just going to parry slow play this out until I can get to the bleed window. And then, of course, once I start hitting him and bleed's going to trigger on me, and it's going to start my self-repair kit as well. I didn't put suicides on. I went cheap. If I would have put suicides on, this fight would have been over way faster. I just didn't do it because I just didn't do it. I didn't want to spend the units. Yeah, now he's going to go unblockable. I got to wait out the unstoppable, and we're going to intercept him. And we're going to go ahead and he'll block, throw this SP2, let these plasmas cook on him. Try to get a window here to go light ending combo. Well, I guess I didn't do it. I went right into Relic and just boom, just washed him. Even if you got hit, right, and you got cornered, As long as you know how to sidestep them and throw the special, you'll get your space in and you can get out of it. And then the fight's usually almost over because you hit them with that SP2, or if you win SP3. And it was just a 6-star, so 7-star rank 3 Omega Sentinel. Man, once you get to the SP2 or 3, I'm telling you, those plasmas start ticking hard. All right, so this fight here, this was just a rank 2 Wong. I have a rank 3 Wong. I love him for Necropolis. It's why I did it, so I could get my Valiant title at the time. And then I used him in Necropolis for the future pass that I had to finish. But this fight, no issue here. It is one eye open. Again, the hazard shift, we're not really worried about it. One of the things that I did for the BG, a couple of guys, was, you know, when you're on some of these nodes, Force of Will, one eye open, you can't really heavy cancel here because, well, you're going to get punished for it. Just like I lost my invuln right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use either SP3 or my Relic to get a Fury up, or when he throws SP1, I'm going to just wait till he comes flying out of his little portal. I'm going to heavy cancel into it with a special if I have it. And I really wanted to just use the SP2s, but once I started getting into control like this, it was just, you know, let's not try to be cute and fancy. Let's just get the fight down in control, because I had a lot of fights. You see there, I went heavy cancel into the Relic. And yeah, what can I say? Silk is broken, man. Just fucking broken. All right, so that's 4 path fights on 9 done. Now we're going to go to this Domino. This is fight 5 on Burden of Might, Energy Resistance. I was going to use Omega Sentinel. I've done the fight before many times against other defenders here. Only thing is, it's her second medium, and all of her specials are energy, and that's kind of bad, so you never really get power. I was going to turn Suicides on and just wail on her and finish her that way. And then plus, ability accuracy reduction doesn't really work well against... well, it just doesn't work against Omega Sentinel, basically. So I decided to take a look at this node, and what you're going to see me right now is contemplate. I knew before taking this fight, I talked to my old buddy, old Mikey. He's one of my old. He's a good friend. He's my former planner in Slaw. It's funny. He's one of the guys that I look up to. I had talked to him about this fight, and I had contemplated on. I've seen other guys use Null here. And I had 2 guys with rank 3 nulls. One of them had a 7 fight load. I didn't want to use him, but I know the buddy that had him. And I was already slated to take this with Omega Sentinel. And then here's the decision. This was on the spot decision. You're seeing it right now. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna run one of my best champs that I use. I use them both well, but my buddy doesn't write Silk or Omega Sentinel in that order for a reason. It's because Silk was better than Omega Sentinel. So I kind of didn't want to have to do the science boost just because Silk is really OP this season. But we're almost at the end of the season, and again, I'm in the holiday spirit, and I'm kind of like, yo, fuck it. Let's just use it, man. It is what it is. Plus we had one guy had some login issues, man. I don't know, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But cost us some deaths, and needed the BG to rally. And this was so far it's a close round, still going on. But I ain't trying to fucking die, man. So we're gonna run my girl. We're gonna run my girl and see what she does. So I'm gonna do a few things in this fight that I don't normally do. And that right there, you saw it. I did like a 3 hit combo. Well, 4 hit because she got double mediums, and I kind of get a little aggressive here. I really only want to do medium, light, mediums, or medium, light, medium. But there's a few times I'm gonna get a little aggressive. All right. Now, what I was worried about, and it wasn't a factor at first, and you're gonna see it. Watch when I go for a heavy cancel, and she evades. And again, we're winning the race now. I'm like, all right, this fight's in the bag, doing great damage. I mean, look at Domino's health. Okay, now here's where things start going sketchy, and this is 120 or 40 sig rank 3 Domino. See that? I went for the heavy cancel and she fucking parried me. I was like, oh shit. She's not gonna do it once. She does it twice. That time she smacks me and Wong's gone. So I'm like, okay, let's not do that again. So what I was trying to do here was, I right there wanted to go for a heavy cancel, but I said fuck it, and I bailed on it. Just because, fuck man, Domino, she did it to me twice, and the second time she smacked me and took the invuln. All right, now, you saw it. She got up, and that stun did not happen, and that threw me off. You saw the crit fail happen, and I'm like, just die. Just fucking die. She's down. All right, so I definitely learned some lessons in that fight. If I had to do it again, or if I assigned it to someone, I'm glad I got vid of it to kind of show where I made some issues. Plus, that was like a high sig Domino, so I knew I was kind of playing with some fire there. But I also knew I was good enough to get that fight down. Might have cost me a couple of health pots, which obviously it will, because I got to take Enchantress boss. You can see me here. I'm just kind of debating, do I want to take this fight now or not? So I'm going to move up. I'm going to end up tagging my guy YNYR to place. We had an extra wag, so I was like, yo, place it on Serpent. But I noticed he hadn't moved. You see me tag him, and then I'm gonna move up, and then I think I had to wait like just a few minutes, and then he had it on, and then I take this fight. So what you're seeing me do here is I've seen some guys use Sym, and I don't know. I don't know what to say other than there's a few things that you got to make sure you have set up with him. And I'm not running Mordo Synergy. Mordo Synergy would be like picture perfect world. If the stars align and the map is good enough to where you as the assigned player to take the Serpent fight on some of these nodes where he could be placed, you just get to the SP3 super fast. And it's great. But if you don't have it, you don't need it. You still got to run a PS1s. Make sure you got MD at 4. And make sure you put the power boost on. And I don't really care what node that fucker's on, whether it's hazard shift. I don't know how many videos. I think I've taken him in section 1 and 2 of Path 9, node 42. Now we're taking him on 46. Took him on 47. Took him as a final boss. Even if he was on EMP, fuck, it doesn't matter where he's at. It's all going to be the same. Here you're going to see me go out, hit him a couple of times. I'm just kind of stalling him. I'm keeping my space. I don't want to get cornered. And the reason why for this node is you don't want his cycle, Serpent's charges to get high, because he will start hitting hard here. Now, I get to SP3 pretty fast, considering I don't have the Mordo Synergy. You saw me, I got it, threw it at 100. Now here's the funny part. I'm going to throw one SP2, and now it's just going to be a series of SP3 because my power game's going to go through the fucking roof. This was a SIG, 35 Serpent, rank 3, so, not the worst, but you're going to see it. Like, we're going to rinse this dude down with SP3s, and then when he gets to immortality phase, just at SIG 35, you can feel the difference between a 35 SIG and a 20 SIG. Now, after this one, he's going to go in mortality. I'm totally crushing this. But what you're about to see is this. We're going to go back and forth with SP3s. Me and him. Now, every time I'm throwing mine, I'm going to have that protection up for my blessings up. All right. We are cooking him. All right. Now, he's at SP3, and I try to turtle up, see maybe if he'll get lucky. But no, he throws it, which was expected. I'm not worried about dying. I know one thing. I'm never going to die against a fucking Serpent. Not with a rank 3 Sym Supreme. It's just not happening. So he throws his. I throw mine. I was getting a little frustrated because I wanted the SP2s so that I could do the power steal to keep him in check. And as you saw there, I walked up and I walked up into that SP1 versus I usually hold block and kind of sit there, but I was trying to chase that SP2. Didn't happen. It's not worst case scenario because I finished him with the SP3. Pretty easy fight. Well, for me it is. So we're going to take this Enchantress boss. I think I was like about an hour after I took this fight. I'm watching UFC and sipping some bourbon, so. Ooh, that's good bourbon. Ooh, that's a good bourbon. All right, so I took this fight in round 2. Same defender. She's never going to hit me. This time she never hits me, but boy, this fight went longer than I expected. I know how to fight her. You got to vanish the spells. I get a lot of unlucky timing here with the physical resistance being up when I'm throwing a lot of my specials, which kind of negates the damage. I'm trying to think what else in this fight, but you see it here, man. You know, she's going to throw SP1. I had the spells removed, so now she's got heavy punish. That one, the green one's removed. Now we're going to intercept, remove the orange, and then you're going to see me stop hitting her before a bar of power so I can get some more damage in. She's going to throw another special. Now she's got green, orange, and purple up. She's going to throw heavy. Remove the green, and you see there my battery was at 10%. We're gonna get this intercept here. Boom, that's move. The relic, heavy into the SP3. I'm trying to get a big burst of damage here because I got the Furies up. All right, she's stunned, and then she come right out of it. Come right out of that damn thing. And I'm like, all right, man, don't panic. We're gonna remove. We know she's got the purple. Stop before I push her to a bar of power, so I wouldn't have took damage reflection. SP1. All right, we removed it. I'm gonna try to push her to SP2, so that way when she throws the SP2, Silk Sense will be up, plus she will not gain any spells if she throws SP2. So basically what this is another window for me to get some damage off. I'm going to stop before SP... Nope, I went for it. I went big. So that time I got to go into the SP1 after the relic and did a heavy cancel into the SP1 to have a Fury to just, again, try to get solid control of this health race. We're at 92 hits. She throws it again. She's got green and purple up, so got to punish the heavy. Green's gone. Knockdown. That's why I went right into the SP1. I don't want no part of damage reflection. I want to take opportune times to put damage on her. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we're in a good spot. No threat. We're 115 hit combo. Just got to be patient. And like I said, I will not get hit this time, like I did in round 2, where I think I had like about the same amount of hits and then I got caught. But I think I did that fight faster. I can't remember. I have to go back and see. And again, we're just waiting out. She throws SP2, Silk Sense. And we're going to go back in. And stopped again, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish it right here. Deuces, deuces. Eat that. Alright, man, that wraps up round 8. Hopefully we get this fucking W.